This is already going so well. I think it's time to dye my hair red. Hello there, welcome back, and thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we share one little spark of life in each and every video. I would love to have you along for that adventure, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell before you leave here today. That way YouTube will let you know each and every time I upload a new video. So this is not the first time I have dyed my hair on this channel. I will be linking all of those videos down below so that you can check them out if you would like. All of those videos have had some sort of reddish hair transformation. However, all of those videos have been more semi-permanent hair products. This, I am assuming, is going to be a permanent hair product. This is from, let me see if I can get that zoomed in. This is from Zotos Professional. This is a hair dye that is part of their Age Beautiful hairline. And of course, hair dye is for any age, but this is specifically for, I would say, more like damaged hair or a bit more of like aged hair. It says that it is ideal if you are a first-time professional hair color user, and that this kit does contain everything that you need. This kit does have, where did it say? Here you go, it's on this side. The Age Beautiful Anti-Aging Hair Color is proven to fight all 5 signs of hair. All 5 signs of aging hair. It's been a long day. The first hair color with biotin, melanin, keratin peptide, and silk protein is this, and it replenishes hair with the essential components that are lost with aging. I also read that it does help with those wiry little gray hairs, which I have been graying for many, many years. But unfortunately, I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure you can. Which I don't mind the graying process, but unfortunately, those gray hairs are quite wiry and really, really coarse, and they really do stick out and like sometimes like stick straight up. So I'm interested to see what this does for those. This is going to be the shade Medium Intense Red, and I assume it's gonna look something similar to this. Oh, and it looks like a actual tube of paint. That's pretty cool. I wonder, like, that seems like a lot. Like, this seems like a lot. I've dyed my hair pretty much every time that I've dyed my hair. It has been at home. There was one time that I went to a salon, not with my current hairdresser, but a former hairdresser. And let's just say I was not impressed with the work that they did. So kind of since then, I just dyed my own hair at home. So you get in your kit some gloves, which I always forget to actually pick up when I'm dyeing my hair, so that'll be good. You have the bottle with the mixing solution. See, this is the thing. I don't exactly know what they are called. This is, oh, here it is. Just read the bottle, Theresa. This is the applicator bottle with the Gentle Cream Developer, and this is the actual hair color. So I assume I'm going to squeeze this into this. Usually though, whenever I get at home dye, I don't ever remember it being like this much, this like chunk of paint. So, okay, Zotos, okay. So this is the okay part that I've never gotten in any other sort of at-home deal. It's hair stain wipes. So like hair color remover, as it'll get like here, this removes it from your skin. Great. And we also have here, the Color Helping Shampoo and the Color Helping Conditioner. And then a Get Started kit. So let's see. This does, by the way, come in 3 languages. So we have English, we have French, and then we have Spanish as well. And, which I do like, it gives like a visual representation of what each step is. So step 1, put on the gloves and towel or cape around your neck. I do have a cape, but it's like a legitimate cape. Like not like a Harry Potter cape, like a legitimate like winter cape. So I won't be using that. I will just be using a towel. Step 2, squeeze 2 ounces. Okay, so the full tube of hair color into the applicator bottle and shake well. I'm a little worried about this hair color. I've been dyeing my hair since high school, but I'm worried specifically, but I'm glad this is supposed to help condition the hair. I have not had the best luck with my hair for quite a while. About 4 years ago. Yeah, about 4 years ago. I didn't realize it had been that long. I took about 6 months worth of chemo, and that like really wrecked my hair. My hair was really thinning and breaking and falling out, like, of course. And the chemo was just chemo injections, not full on like weekly or bi-weekly treatments. So I think that helped with my hair not falling out completely, but my hair was not living its best life during that time period. And then it got better, and then it got worse with a lot of hormones that I was on and like post surgeries and things like that. And then I had one of the most stressful years of my life, so my hair started falling out again, like completely falling out. So I haven't dyed my hair, like fully dyed, not just like a permanent dye or like a gloss with a little hair color in it. I haven't fully dyed my hair in about those like 4 years, because I was really concerned about my hair breaking. But I do feel that my hair is at a more healthier stage now, thankfully. And since this, ooh, that red color is starting. Since this is supposed to really help with aging hair, I'm hoping that everything goes well. So this does say to shake well and then to apply on completely saturated hair. Okay, I guess I should have read that first. I do have a spray bottle. Usually, the at-home kits will say completely dry hair, like dry, unwashed hair. So this, by the way, does also give instructions if you just want root touch-up, how to do that versus how to do all over application. All right, so I'm gonna completely saturate my hair, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we are back to fully saturated hair now. And all it says to do is apply hair color formula to hair. I just realized something, because I'm a moron. Comma, making sure hair is completely saturated. Meaning, making sure the hair is completely saturated from this. This is already going so well. Okay, so if this doesn't look good, it is user error. I can always shave my hair. That's always my go-to. When I'm doing something with my hair, I'm like, well, if it doesn't look good, it's okay. So another reason that I'm concerned, just gonna do this instead. This is typically how I do my hair dye, because it's easier for me to manage with my hair. So another reason that I was concerned, or am concerned, about this color is, ooh, that's strong, is because I'm going on vacation soon. And I'm like, if this does not look good, those pictures and vlogs are going to be quite interesting looking. But here we go. Regardless, I mean, it'll be a memorable experience. I don't know if they still make this product, and I might be speaking my age, but there was one Disney trip that I went to when I was younger where my hair looked horrible. And it was because I don't know if you're aware of what Sun-In is, but mainly I know now that this was a product that is a product that you put into your hair, and it uses the sun to lighten your hair to give like a really effortless blonde beachy look to it. Marketing, right? So when I was younger, one trip to Disney, we went to get like our trip toiletries and things like that, and I needed some hair mousse because, you know, the 90s. Mousse was really big during that time, especially with curly hair. So I got Sun-In hair mousse. They were making it at the time. Usually it was a spray, but they had Sun-In hair mousse, and I really didn't know what it was. Like, the people were blonde on the front, but like, I didn't know, like, is that really, like, it could have just been the models. So that is what I used on the Disney trip. And you're supposed to use it, like, I'm assuming sparingly. But I didn't. I used it like full on mousse. And then after 2 days of spending like 8 hours in the sun, my hair was orange. It was not beachy blonde gorgeousness. It was straight up orange hair. And I do not have any pictures from that trip. I'm sure my parents do, but I don't have any pictures. But I know that at this point my hair was shorter. So then it maybe wasn't the 90s, it was the early 2000s, but my hair was shorter and curly at the top. So I pretty much looked like an orange haired version of Justin Timberlake from his NSYNC days. If you are just joining us, I pretty much ghosted the internet for about 2 months. And so I'm going to be explaining that ghost in my book collection video, if you watched that one. I messed up my shoulder, I messed up my rotator cuff, and it is getting better, thankfully. I moved on from physical therapy, like at-home physical therapy, to now I'm doing some at-home strength training, and that kind of kept me off the internet for a while. And then over Christmas break, like the day that we were getting off of school, and I went, and it was just a half day, and by like second hour I felt like I was going to die. Like literally I was sitting in my classroom and I felt like if someone came and like touched me very lightly, like my whole skin was gonna break open into flames. Got home, took my temperature, and my temp was 102. I kept a fever for 6 days. I had one of the worst cases of the flu. I got tested and it was just the flu, thankfully. But I had one of the worst cases of the flu, had to like cancel. I'm a church musician as well as a teacher. Had to get the other church musicians to cover my Christmas masses. I could still kind of talk, but I couldn't speak really a sentence, much less sing anything more than like a few seconds without coughing up a lung. It was really bad. I probably, in retrospect, should have gone to the hospital, but like, what were they going to do? You know, like I was not dehydrated. My fever stayed in the low hundreds, but it wasn't like stupidly high. So like, you know, there's really nothing they could do. So I just kind of stayed, and it got like truly so bad that I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die in this crappy apartment. And I am usually like at any minor inconvenience, I'm like, oh, I'm dying. But I legitimately thought like, oh my God, this cannot be how this ends. I cannot die in this crappy apartment so close to my lease being up. Thankfully though, I did eventually get better, but I really wasn't feeling well for like a whole month later. Like it stayed with me that whole month. Then I moved. So I moved in January. This is not the crappy apartment I didn't want to die in. I mean, I don't want to die in this apartment either, but I really, really do like this apartment. So it took a while. Like the move happened in a day for the most part, but it took a while, of course, to unpack everything. Don't plan on giving like an apartment tour or anything like that. I really do want to do some like renter-friendly renovations, that sort of thing. I will 100% film them so you can go along through that process with me. So it is quite strong. I mean, it is permanent hair dye. It doesn't burn or anything. Yeah, so it's not super drippy. So the hair does look, this is where it's like my fault, obviously, that I read the directions wrong, because it is, I mean, the hair feels saturated, but it's difficult to see if it really is with the hair color. I know I'm probably not supposed to do this, but even when I dye my short hair, I like to use the whole bottle. It's probably overkill. I realize that. And I'm sure someone in the comments is going to be like, you're doing this wrong. Honey, I 100% know that I am doing this wrong, but that's okay. I'm going to leave this on for 30 minutes. Then I'm going to rinse it out, do the things you're supposed to use, the packets that it came with in the shower after you rinse everything off, that conditioner and the shampoo, but in reverse, shampoo and conditioner. And then I will see you after that. All right, so I just realized that I never actually came back after it had air dried to show what the color was, but it's okay that I didn't, because I was kind of going to close out the video there, and then we would have missed this. Now this, I did just fix my hair, so it is a little dried down. I will, in editing like midday today, take a picture and show you what it actually looks like once it's like completely dried down and not still like product is setting in my hair dried down, but the color has shifted remarkably. So I'll insert a picture that I put on Instagram of right after my hair started really starting to air dry, and like the tips were still a little wet, but overall it was dry, and it was like real Archie from Riverdale or Archie from Archie Comics. However long it takes you to scroll on like the what year you were born, you'll get whatever reference that is. But it was Archie hair. It was like that red. And then by the time I went to bed and woke up the next morning, it was a dark aubergine, like a dark eggplant color, which I really liked. I used to dye my hair that color a lot whenever I was younger. And then as the day went on, it shifted. And I don't know if some product was still left in my hair for whatever reason, because I did a really thorough job of rinsing it out. But it shifted through the day, and the color that I had last night, which is this color as well, was completely different. Like now it sort of looks like if Archie and an eggplant had a baby, that would be my hair color. I'm still not like 100% sure how I feel about the color, to be honest. I've been getting compliments on it since I dyed it, but like, you know me, I don't really trust compliments, so I don't know if people are being honest or not. Let's talk about the color first, and then I'll tell you what the whole process of removing it was, because I was very pleased with that. So up here, now of course here, it is a lot lighter in my natural hair, just because I do have the grays here and I do have the highlights here, well, natural highlights. So here, it looks one color, and this is my only like, thing. The color formed, like I didn't miss any spots anywhere. And once again, this might be user error, or it might just be how my hair is, because my hair is typically lighter here and darker here, just because it's thicker and the sun doesn't get as much. But here, it seems to have kept its color, but here on both sides, like right here, I find that it hasn't. It still is that purpley color, but it hasn't really developed the same way as this. So like once again, that might be a user error sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure though. Just did want to give you like a heads up in case you do choose this color and you do have like hair my length or like curly hair or whatever. So let's talk about the removal process, or I guess the sitting and removal process. This didn't sting at all, which was great. I am used to hair products sort of stinging my scalp as I get like longer and longer into having it sit on, but there was no stinging. The smell was actually a really pleasant smell, and the removal was really, really easy. Not gonna lie, my shower did look like an unaliving scene, and I thought like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy some bleach to like get this out because I have a white shower. But thankfully, and this has never happened with a hair dye, it completely rinsed off. Whenever I went to like rinse my shower and like squeegee it off like I normally do after a shower, it it completely came off, so that is good. And my skin actually didn't get stained at all. They gave the makeup removing, not the makeup removing, they gave the hair color removing wipe, but I didn't even have to use it because I was just able to, with a Kleenex, just take whatever was on my face and on my ears and the nape of my neck off. I found that that process was really, really easy. Overall, I really am pleased with the like accessibility of the instructions, it being in multiple languages as well as pictures. And just in case anyone has difficulty like reading or doesn't understand one of the 3 languages there, I really did like that portion of the instructions. And just the ease of the dye and the ease of removal was really, really nice. So overall, I am impressed by the Age Beautiful hair color from Zotos in general. Still getting used to the hair color though, like the actual color. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.